believe this is working well. We have a good show for you this evening. So please, if you could put your hands together for the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Dom Cussack.
Thank you guys. Can you hear me all right back there? This is a bit of a sticky situation, but hopefully it'll be all right. Can you hear me? It's all good? Yeah. That's good. Thank you for coming. We appreciate it. This is the last one ever. It's the last one ever of these things because the business is going. So we're going with it. So hopefully we'll give her a good send-off. I'm going to be probably the worst comedian on tonight. So I'm glad that you're getting the worst first, and everyone else is going to be much, much better, so hopefully that's good. So, yeah, I'm just going to start talking. That's all right. What's this guy up to? How are you going? Yeah, cool. This guy, he's cool. This is called crowd work. Yeah, this guy knows. What's your name, man? I see you around all the time, and I don't know your name. So. Tom. I'm Dom. So. Pleasure. Yeah, this guy. They're colleagues, so everyone's pretty incestuous West End night tonight, so that's very good. Everyone works. This is hospo night, obviously, because everyone's here who works at a West End establishment. So. I'm just playing to this front couch. Okay. My name's Dom, but I'm not really a Dom. I'm more of a sub. That means submissive. And I'm not even really a top. I'm more of a bottom. In that, if you fuck me, you've hit rock bottom. No. I'm actually a virgin. Yeah. The only good thing about being a virgin is you make an excellent blood sacrifice. Throw me into a volcano. That's a lot of good corn for your winter harvest. That's a lot of maize-based products, that's a lot of nachos, a lot of burritos, a lot of chimichangas, a lot of tacos. Everything that helps Quetzalcoatl go across the sky, that's me, babe. And I finally decided on my look, the look I want to present to the world. And I would describe my look like a mix between an Alaskan crab fisherman and a dude who makes women flinch on public transport. Which is much better than my old look, which is just a dude who makes women flinch on public transport. So now I've got a job, I'm catching crabs in the Bering Sea and scaring women on the Bean Lean line. So everything's coming up dommy. Whoa. Do you guys know about the concept of Instagram? No. Yeah, you don't know about it. But there's this thing on Instagram where there's this thing it's called a revenge body. You get so hot, you get revenge on your ex by being so hot, revenge body. And I was thinking, I don't want a revenge body. I want a body that gets revenge. The only reason I go to the gym is to beat up the guys who bullied me in high school. I'm lifting weights so I can beat up my dad. I've already done my brother, so Ted, you're fucking next. Do you guys watch television? No. But have you guys heard of this TV show called Fuckboy Island? Well, it's pretty self-explanatory. It's like Love Island, but they're fuckboys on an island, which is cool. But they did a land acknowledgement before the show, which made me realize who are the traditional owners of Fuckboy Island. Is it a personal trainer from the Gold Coast called Jaden with a neck tattoo and an AVO? I actually saw the host of Fuckboy Island, Abby Chatfield, doing coke in a bathroom in Sydney, and she wasn't so much doing a land acknowledgement, more of a bag acknowledgement. And that actually happened. That's not too good to be true, that's too true to be good. Alright guys, I think you've been a nice crowd so far. Alright, well, we'll have you warm enough on this summer evening. Alright, please welcome your first act to the stage. Please welcome Mr. Mark Cornaz.
Big round of applause for Dom. Thank you, Dom.
Yeah.
Alright, fucking woohoo. My name's Mark. I'm originally from Aotearoa, New Zealand. The land of the long lost cloud. But in New Zealand, right, I'm known as a pakiha, which is the Māori word for white fella. And when I first moved to Australia, I was like, fuck, what do you call a white Australian? I was like, oh, a racist. I've got hobbies, I've got activities. Just keep myself busy. And one of these activities at the moment is I like going into the city, like somewhere that's quite busy, maybe like a bus stop. I like sitting there, and I just like watching crackheads do activities in public. I was watching this crackhead the other day. He just walks up to another crackhead and he goes, "G'day there, mate, fucking I was like, oh, the bro's speaking in tongues. And the other crackhead's just looking at him and he goes, "You know what, mate? I'm thinking the exact same thing." Friendship. I remember a different time, a different crackhead came up to me in the city and he goes, "G'day there, mate, can I fucking ask you a question?" I was like, "You sure can, my bro, you can ask me fucking anything you want." And he had nothing, he's just like, "Oh, fuck." And he goes, "Hey mate, did you know that somewhere around the world, right now, someone's masturbating?" I was like, "Oh really?" He's like, "Yeah, me." I live in a share house at the moment with one other fella. And the other day, I discovered there's like one thing you shouldn't see with your eyes, and that's someone else's mum sleeping. Okay? The reason I say that, because my housemate, he had his mum stay the night for the first time. It was all good, and she slept in the lounge, and I come home like real late at night. It's like 2 in the morning, and she's asleep, and I see her. I've just never seen someone look so vulnerable before. She kind of looked like a soft croissant. This is strange. This is strange because I feel like you shouldn't see mums at night time, you know? I feel like that's a crime. Like I feel like you should only see mums during the day, you know? Like seeing a mum at night time is like seeing one of the Wiggles jerk off one of the other Wiggles. Like you shouldn't see that. It's not good. Woohoo. I was talking to my best mate the other day, and I've got this like fear of birds at the moment, bro. Like I don't trust anything that can see the top of my head. But yeah, I'm telling you, I'm scared of birds, and just even before I could finish my sentence, bro, I was just like, yeah, I fucking hate dogs. I was just like, oh, pretty sure I'm not allowed to say that, bro. I think I just committed a crime. But that's such a strong thing to say, you know, oh, I hate dogs. Like I feel like if you're in public and you're like, I hate dogs, someone's gonna be like, oh, you're a fucking psycho. But if you're in public and you're like, I hate women, some bloke's gonna be like, yeah, me too. Can't win. Woohoo! I was brought up as an only child, just me in the world. But I found out that I had a brother, maybe like 2 years ago, like an older brother, and it just spun me out because I was just like, you know, on my own for ages. And I got his number and stuff, and we started like messaging each other. And then he's like, why don't we just like meet up? You know, let's get a connection. So we met up, and I didn't know what to do for like a first interaction. So I was just like, I'll just book like a nice restaurant and we'll go do that, right? So we're at this restaurant and we're eating and stuff, and we're just doing small talk. Like I'm just like, yeah, like what's your favourite colour? What kind of music are you into? And I'm thinking, this is like a first date. This isn't nice. And then like we're having a few drinks, we're having a few cocktails, and the bro's just like, do you want to go to a strip club? And I'm just like, yeah, alright. So we go to the strip club, and he like gets all this cash out, and he gives me $100 but he gives it to me in like $5 notes, which I thought was really strange. And we hang out with strippers, and then we go back to his apartment, and we're like smoking cigars and stuff, and we're having like a rum, just a rum on the rocks, and I end up passing out, and then I wake up the next morning, and I'm just super hungover, and I look to my side, and I just see this strange man next to me, and all I can remember is just having dinner, and then him just handing me over $100. So I'm just like, am I a hooker? Am I a gay hooker? And then I left, and I'm like walking, and then Mum calls me, and she's like, hey, how was last night? And I'm just like, I think I'm gay. And then Mum's like, how was your brother? I was like, oh, I think I'm still gay. Woohoo. I like buses. I like big buses. I like catching the bus. One of my favourite activities. I was on the bus the other day. I'm sitting right at the back, and this fella gets off, and he taps his go-kart, and he goes to the bus driver. He's like, thank you very much, bus driver. Have a fantastic afternoon. And he just gets off the bus. I was just like, that's real nice. Like, a lot of people don't usually say anything when they get off the bus. And then we get to one of the other stops, and this lady goes to hop off, and she goes to the bus driver. She's like, thank you very much, bus driver. Have a fantastic afternoon, and I hope tomorrow's an even better day. I was just like, what? Well, we were like, what's going on? Like, why is everyone being like so friendly on this bus today? And then I realised the next stop was my stop. Right? So I was like, I've got to show these passengers I'm a real friendly fella. Right? But I'm looking around the bus, and I realised that I'm the only one on the bus. So it doesn't matter if I thank this bus driver. I'm thinking like, Mark, what matters? Do you thank this bus driver? And he goes home and he goes, fucking woohoo, that was a good day. So I get to my stop, I have my go-kart, and I'm just like, hey brother, there's a lot of jobs out there, you know, you could be a cop, you could be an astronaut, you could be whatever you put your mind to, bro, but what you're doing is you're bringing people home. You're bringing people home. Oh, thank you for that, mate, thank you. The bus driver turns around, he's like, can you get off the bus, cunt? Alright, well, that's all I've got for tonight, guys. Thank you very much, I'm Mark from there.
Oh my lord, I'm gonna have to turn this off, but yeah, we're still having fun. Alright, now, we're still having fun, but the comedians back there, they're being a bit diva-ish, alright? They're being divas, so we're gonna have another democracy moment, alright? Another democracy moment. We're gonna try this next act with the lights off. We'll just try it, we'll just try it. We'll just try it, guys. And then we can decide whether or not to keep him on or not. Is that alright? Just give it a go. Give it a go. Oh, buddy, before you start walking, mate, it's not that bad, is it? It's not negotiating it. Yeah, wait, just, okay. Oh yeah. There we go. Alright. Here we go. Okay. Thank you. That's a democracy moment. Thank you very much. Alright, we'll give it a go. Sorry. I'm nervous. Do you guys want to hear a joke before we start?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Two baked beans travel around Australia. Where do you think they end up? In cans. There you go. Yeah. Round of applause. I got another joke for you. Yeah, thank you. I'm here struggling. What else do I have? I got another joke. Why did the toilet roll go down the hill? To get to the bottom. Ladies and gentlemen, he's on fire. I'm like Kobe in the 01 finals. I'm killing it. I bet my brother that I could make a car out of spaghetti. You should have seen his face when I drove right past him.
That's almost.
No, okay. Didn't stick the landing on that one. But please welcome to the stage your very next act. Please welcome to the stage Jamison Gilders, everybody. Oh, yay. Comedy moment.
I prefer it with the lights off anyway. So this is a bit nice, isn't it? Oh, bless you. You seem like sweet people, genuinely. Give it up for yourselves, coming out on a school night.
Yeah.
Oh, good on you. God, it smells good up here too, doesn't it? Okay, as long as you can all smell it too. We're all in the same place, it's okay. I live in a sad little share house. Don't know if that's relatable. But I know I don't give off homeowner energy. You know, like you're simply correct. It's a sad little share house. There's a couple of stresses. The light's been out in our bathroom for about 6 months. And my handyman is also my landlord, so I don't think it's ever getting fixed at this point. And it would be fine. It'd be fine if we had a bath, right? Because a candlelit bath, you do on purpose. You got a glass of wine, you got a bath bomb, you know, just settle. A candlelit shower, out of necessity. I've never been more scared to drop the soap in my own home. It's not all right. The big stressor in my house right now, though, is my housemate has started using my sewing scissors to chop his weed. I don't have a problem with the weed. I think that's very cool and sexy of him, but the scissors are a fucking issue, okay? They're my good scissors, man. I've just decided to get my revenge. I've started using his kitchen scissors to trim my pubes. I know, but which is dangerous because I've seen what those things can do to chicken breast, and I understand that I'm about a sneeze away from going from labia minora to labia no more. Oh man, it is nice to be here. It did get a little warmer without the lights on. We can all agree about that, though, right? Okay. Well, we'll give it back to Dom for another Democratic vote after this, I reckon. No, I got good news. I got good news. My birth control definitely works. Yeah. The hormones have made me a bitch. Now no one wants to fuck me. It's a beautiful thing. I got an IUD recently, and while she was poking around up there, my doctor thought to tell me that I have a shy cervix. What? I know, it's not what I've heard. I thought she quite enjoyed the attention, to be honest, but, you know, we're all wrong sometimes. And she reckons I've got a tilted uterus. That's pretty wacky, right? So I thought I'd better report back to the boss. I, you know, bailed my boyfriend up and I'm like, hey, what do you reckon about that? And he goes, tilted uterus. Whoa. Sorry. Which is cute, right? Because my boyfriend has a micropenis. It's a Nissan micropenis, small for a car, big for a dick. It's a beautiful thing. I have to be worried about birth control because of the kind of dudes I like. Because I can't afford to have a kid, but the kind of men I like can't afford bed frames. So I need to be concerned about these things. My friend once described my type as like a jigsaw from an op shop. Sounds like fun, not all there, okay? Not all there. I'll get my best examples. I was seeing a guy for a minute that had a heart condition, which is a shame because I really like roller coasters. I was looking for a ride or die, not a ride and die, you know? I was seeing another one for a minute that had a bunch of allergies, like he couldn't do milk or eggs or monogamy, when that was the agreed upon state. I know where I am. It's okay. No, you guys are great. I was seeing another guy for a minute that we broke up because we just wanted different things, you know? Like, he really wanted to be a cop. And I really wanted to keep doing drugs. Like, it's just a difference of opinion there. I was like, I can't go to the marches and date a cop. It's not for me. Not for me, that one. No, I think if you get cheated on, it kind of messes with you a little, though. Like, I kept finding myself thinking, like, oh my God, what does she have that I don't, you know? And I got my answer, chlamydia. Oh, it's fine. It's fine. No, he's still very sad, so I'm real happy about it. I don't like the idea of dating a much younger guy, though. Mostly because it's illegal, but it's also fully, brother. You wouldn't believe. No, it's like, I don't know. I feel like older men look at dating. No, older. What is it? How does this one go? Women will look at dating younger men and go, "Oh my God. Like, he just doesn't know what he's doing, you know? I don't want to teach him. He just doesn't know what he's doing." But I feel like older men will look at younger women and go, "Oh my God, she has no idea that I don't know what I'm doing." It's a win for the fellas. Don't laugh too hard. We hate that here. No, I've got an Apple Watch, and you can tell I really care about it because I'm not wearing it right now. I don't have it for fitness reasons, but I just think it's really cool. No, it's wild to watch like how my relationship with this little piece of technology has evolved though, because right now the only thing that it counts as exercise is exercise. About 6 months ago it'd be like, hey girl, great job on that 10-minute run. And I was like, thank you. I was writing an email, but that's fine. I have an Apple Watch because I can't believe I'm admitting this to a room full of people. I have an Apple Watch because I really loved the movie Spy Kids, and I just wanted to be a part of it. It's you guys seem lovely, so I'll tell you a cool thing. The Spy Kids 2 was a bit of an awakening for me, which is I was also a child. That's fine. There's something in there, you know, there's something for the whole family in that movie. You got Antonio Banderas, you got Carla Gugino. And in Spy Kids 2, there's this wonderful character named Romero. And he just a passionate king, you know, a brilliant mind, played by Steve Buscemi. And that was it for me. I love a bug-eyed man in STEM. That's where it all started for me, you know? I don't know if you've ever been a 12-year-old girl with a crush on Steve Buscemi. Everyone else has got One Direction posters on their wall, and I'm like, this is my pride and joy, my Mr. Deeds memorial. Like, it's not cool. I keep getting more nervous the warmer I get, so. Oh, we're all in it together though, aren't we? This is sick. It's a wild time. I don't know, I said I prefer it with the lights off. I'm a pretty paranoid person to fuck. But I am, and I think the reason I like Steve Buscemi is he's the only man that you can make eye contact with and have him watch the door at the same time. So, it's beautiful. It's so handy. It's so handy. I don't understand why dudes don't want to date trans women. I don't get it. Like, who cares if she doesn't have a clit, brother? You weren't gonna find it. You know. Some scoffs and wheezes at that. That's all right. I'll make notes. I take notes. It's okay. Did you guys hear about this drug lab they opened in Canberra? No staff, just a lot of enthusiastic volunteers. It's really cool. No, you can take your stuff in, they'll test it, tell you what it's cut with, and then you can choose whether to take it or not. And they released the results of the first month they were open. And after being told what was in it, about a third of those people decided to discard their drugs, which is amazing. I think it's the only job where you'd be really keen to take out the bins. Really keen to take out the bins. And I can't believe that we haven't cottoned onto it sooner, you know, just lying to people about what's in their drugs. Because they're not gonna be 100% with you, are they? They're not gonna be like, you know, that's actually the finest ecstasy we've ever seen. That's beautiful. Oh my God. They're not gonna go Antiques Roadshow on you. You go, that's an original Mitsubishi, that one. Where did street value of about 55. Buddy, where'd you find that? I'm like, Nana left it to me. It's a beautiful thing. Man, I got a friend that told me recently that she's allergic to ketamine. You think a doctor told her that? I think it's really cute. But she treats it like a normal allergy. Like, we'll be out eating together and we'll have pasta in front of us and she'll call the waiter over like, so sorry to bother you. Can I just check, does this have ketamine in it? Because I feel like dancing and my tongue's a little numb. Oh. No, she's a nice lady. I don't know how long I've got to hang out with you up here. I'm having a nice time. Forever. In your dreams, baby. It's all right. I might just say thank you for being lovely to me, for not heckling me, because I think you can tell I couldn't handle it. I couldn't fucking take it. I'm still recovering from the worst heckle of my life. I got it the place that I felt safest, my barista. I was waiting for my coffee and she just goes, tall, skinny, flat, white. Thank you so much, I'm a Jameson Gillis.
Give her a round of applause, that was great! Yeah, we're having a good time. One more act until the break, guys. High energy for that. Before we go, do you guys realize that the acronym CBT stands for Cognitive Behavioral Therapy?
Yeah.
Yeah. But it also stands for cock and ball torture. So I went to my therapist the other day and I told her I thought I had BPD. And she was like, BPD, borderline personality disorder. And I was like, no, big penis disorder. And then she was like, oh, I don't know about that, Dom. And I was like, I also think I have ADD, Tanya, at Ramsey Psychology in Fortitude Valley. Doxing her, but that's all right. I also thought I had ADD. And she's like, ADD, what's that? What, attention deficit disorder? I was like, no, awesome dick, dude. And she's like, where are you finding these things? And I was like, in the DSM-5? And she's like, oh, diagnostic service manual? And I was like, no, dick sucking manual. And then she punched me in the balls. CBT. And now I've got PTSD. Pretty tiny small dick. Anyway, I've got a DSM-5 here, by the way, if you guys want to be diagnosed with PTSD, but I wouldn't recommend it. Go get Medicare. All right, this next guy is a very good friend of mine. This next guy, please. He tricked me. He told me he was Ting Lim the other day, and then I was like, you're not Ting Lim. You're Michael Cho. Please welcome him to the stage, everybody. I still haven't forgotten that.
Yeah, give it up for old grudges, everybody.
It's good to be here. How are you guys? Make some noise if you're in the room.
Yeah!
That's cool. I just have to look at the DSM-5 while I'm doing this now. That's great. Let's have a look in here. Anybody have anything in here that they want to talk about? Alcohol-related disorders. Okay, that's too close. No, it's good to be here, man. I've been out of town for a while. It's good to be back. I was overseas seeing family, but I got really homesick when I was over there. I missed Brisbane, you know. But I also realized I had like baggage with Brisbane. Because like, you know, growing up here, girls didn't really go for Asian guys, so I just kind of like assumed I was ugly growing up. But like now, people try to tell me I have like a nice face, and I'm like, what do you want me to do with that information, you know? Because like, here's the thing, if you're an attractive Asian dude in Brisbane, it's kind of like if you had a lot of Bitcoin. like it is technically money, but good luck finding a shop that'll take it. And there are shops that take it, but they are weird. It's good to be here. I was in Korea seeing my family, they're fine, but you know, every time I come back from Korea, like one of my dumb friends will always ask me like, oh, which Korea? And I'll be like, oh, obviously the one you're allowed to come back from, you fucking idiot. You know? Like I always find it's like your dumbest friends that get the most involved in the most complicated conspiracy theories. Like my mate came up to me the other night and he's like, hey man, do you know, like, what do you reckon would happen if like AI made us all redundant? And I'm like, didn't David Jones make you redundant? Like, what are you worried about? Like I think the first sign that you're going crazy is you think everybody can like read your thoughts. That it's like you'll be like screaming your ideas in the middle of the street and you think everybody can still hear you. You're like, that's it. But like on the same street, there's usually a guy like, you know, who just like wants to tell you about Uber Eats, like his fucking visa depends on it. Like that guy wants your attention more than anything, and we don't give it to him. Like we just treat him like a kid trying to show us a bug. Like that's great, mate, but go away. Like that, it's that easy to ignore this man. But the crazy guy is impossible to ignore. That to me feels like marketing fucked up, you know? Like they should have picked the crazy guy and saved some money. They could have just put product placement in the middle of his rant. And then next time you see him, he's just like, fucking the aliens, mate. They built the pyramids. They're doing 9/11. They're doing it all, mate. Listen, KFC Cheaper Tuesdays, 9 pieces at $9.95. It's good to be here, though. It's hot as shit. But I'm I've been sweating a lot lately. I think I've been trying to lose weight as well. When I was overseas, I like weighed myself for the first time in like 10 years, and I was like, not 10 years, like a year. And I was like, that was a long time ago without weighing yourself. But I was like, God damn, I've lost so much more weight than I really, because I used to be like really into bodybuilding, and I genuinely like walked around thinking I was jacked still. But like, you know, I still like, I never understood, like with bodybuilders, they all have a thing. Like they're all very insecure about their calves. I was never really sure why. And then one day I went up to a mate of mine who bodybuilds and I was like, dude, what is it about the calves? And he explained it to me. He's like, listen, the calves are the hardest place to add mass on the body, all right? And bodybuilding is all about symmetry and proportion. And when you're on stage posing, like it just fucks up everything if you have small calves. And I was like, yeah, that makes sense. And then I went to his bodybuilding show and he just got on stage in the smallest speedo I've ever seen in my life. And I was like, dude, why the fuck were you worried about the calves being small? Sorry, this is a little unprofessional. These are my jokes. I'm gonna read them. They just came in the mail. Can you see me sweating? Can you just see? Like, this is frustrating, right? Fucking hell, man. What's your name, brother? Cowboy Boots?
Tom.
Tom?
Hello.
Hi. Do you drive?
I mean, I have a license, but I don't have a car.
It's a fucking yes or no question, mate.
Sure. Yes.
You drive? How confident are you in your driving?
Oh, not at all.
Right? Like, do you feel like stressed out when you're in the car? Just like a heightened state of anxiety?
It's horrifying.
It's horrifying. Yeah, I feel the exact same way. Every time I'm in the car, I'm just like, somebody needs to get the fuck away. Like, anytime. Like, every time somebody cuts me off in traffic, I always do this thing. I don't know if you do it as well. I always drive up next to them to see what, like, new prejudices I can form about whatever group of people this is. You know? And then sometimes I drive up next to them and it's like an Asian lady. I'm like, everybody has a bad day, you know? Yeah. Give yourselves a round of applause while I read this. Yeah! You guys are doing great. Oh. I've been doing a lot of jigsaw puzzles lately. You ever do those, Tom? No. No? You gotta try it, man. They're the best. I cannot recommend them enough. It's like, it's the best thing ever. I feel like I'm onto a new thing. I did one for 7 hours today. Could you imagine that? And I don't even miss doing drugs, honestly. Like, it's the fucking same. But I've been trying to like genuinely get sober lately, and it's very tricky because like I get really bad insomnia. I don't know if any of you have ever had that before, but like it's genuinely like changing my worldview almost. Like I was in West End today actually, and I saw a homeless dude sleeping on the ground, and I just felt like, oh, this motherfucker, rubbing it in my face. Like I need like a squishy pillow, like, you know, noise cancelling headphones, playing rain sounds to fall asleep. This motherfucker's got like the concrete, he's got people throwing coins at him, police siren. Like homeless people can genuinely sleep through anything, and I'm jealous. Like I have no way of knowing this for a fact, but I know in my heart, there was a homeless man in New York who would have just slept through 9/11. You know, he would have just woken up like Macaulay Culkin in Home Alone, just like, hello? Where is everybody? Like, it's good stuff. Is this your partner? Friend?
Jesus.
What do you mean, Jesus? That's a reasonable question, dude. All right. Well, don't turn on me now just because I asked if two people were in a relationship. No, but just friends?
My good friend.
You're a good friend.
Well, my friend.
Are you in a relationship?
No.
No? Why do you think that is?
Oh.
I don't know, I'm just asking questions.
Like, how long do we have?
How long do we have? We have as long as I feel like, apparently. Alright, we don't have that long, apparently. Oh, fucking hell, man. What is...
I think I was the wrong person.
Yeah, what?
Yeah, why do you
in a
think
relationship?
he's not in a relationship?
Oh god.
And before you say something to me, I'm going to ask him why you.
Oh, I like this.
Well, the first word that came to my mind for him, I can't say.
Can you whisper it into the microphone?
It's not necessarily whispering it then, is it?
There's medication for it.
Okay, this is all right. I can see where this is going. All right, this is going off the rails. This is going into DSM-5 category. It's okay, man. This is why I don't talk to the crowd. It's always shit like that. I always come across so mean. I made fun of a dude for being bald the other night. Then I got off stage and I realized he didn't have eyebrows. I'm like, fuck.
Shit, bro.
That's good stuff. I thought Dom was telling me to get off stage. He was just lifting his shirt up, I think, because it was hot. But no, I'll tell you about my thing. I've been with my partner for a minute now, and it's going quite well. I'll give you some tips after. But like, there's one thing that causes like a lot of tension in our relationship. Like, my partner is a lot more adventurous than I am sexually. And you know, like, she's trying to like always get me to like do like, she's trying to get me into like role play at the minute. And like, you know, like I don't come from a theatre background. But, you know, but I love her, so I'm like trying, and I'm like, what kind of thing do you have in mind? And she's like, what if we did one where I'm like Little Red Riding Hood, and you're like the big bad wolf? And I was like, yeah, let's try it out. So I walked into the bedroom, and immediately she was like, oh, Grandma, what big eyes you have. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? Like, I'll tell you this because she's not here, but like, my partner likes it when I pull her hair during sex. And again, not really my thing, but like, recently she shaved her head, and like, I don't know what the fuck to do. I've just been moving her head around like a gear shift. He's like, let's do doggy. I'm like, let me just put you in reverse. Really quick. Make sure this guy leaves first. Yeah. We got some good news recently though. She's gone into remission now, so that hair's gonna grow back any day now. Wow! And that's where I'm gonna leave you, unfortunately. You guys have been great. Thank you.
Yeah, that was crazy. Life is crazy. We all live in a prison of our own making. Am I right, folks?
Yeah.
No, okay. All right. I lost a bunch of weight recently too. I lost a kilogram of coke in the Roma Street Watch House. Charges are pending. All right, guys, this is the break. Go downstairs, get a drink, do your thing. Thank you for coming. Hopefully you come back. You could be anywhere in the world tonight and you're here with us. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Let's stop!
Oh, thank you guys. Thanks for coming back. We're starting off again. I haven't talked to... Now, have I talked to you guys enough, or do I need to talk to you more?
Talk to us more,
Okay, buddy. How's your day been going?
Yeah, pretty good.
Don't talk to us. Don't talk to us.
Pretty good.
This is the witty repartee you pay $10 to $15 for.
Well, okay, can I be honest with you?
Yeah?
I just learned something about you.
Yeah, what?
That you're not gay.
Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate it.
What's wrong with being gay?
Oh, that's good. Oh, we're having fun. Anyway, welcome to... No, we're not going to do that. I'm going to ask... See, that's why tonight's a little bit experimental, a little bit different. We're learning I'm not gay, which is... okay. I think I've got something important to say. This is like church giggles. Does anyone here have COVID?
Yes.
No. You got gay COVID. No. I think they call that AIDS.
Oh my god!
I just learned the other day you could get oral gonorrhea. I mean, like...
What?
Yeah, that's crazy.
How did you find that?
Twitter. My doctor. My psychiatrist. Like my medicine man. My guy down the pub. He's here tonight, actually. He's bringing magic mushrooms. No. Does anyone here have COVID? No one here has COVID. And like, you know, like, people were like worried about COVID, you know, like worried about COVID and like all that kind of stuff. Like during lockdowns, like people about like worried about getting vaccines. Like, oh, what's the Pfizer gonna do to me? What's the Moderna gonna do to me? What's the Johnson & Johnson? What's it gonna do to me? You know, and you know, I wasn't worried, you know? I wasn't worried. Because what is it gonna do to me? You can't catch autism twice. Like, I'm already into trains as much as possible. I can't fucking get into trains anymore. Like, have you guys seen the Shorncliffe line recently? It looks pretty fucking good. Like, that train's going. That's actually why I want to move to Japan. Because being autistic over there just means you're a really hard worker. And they actually have a railway line you can respect. Like, their network is pretty fucking good. I don't know if you've heard of a little thing called the bullet train. I don't know. Okay, you haven't. Me talking to you seems to work better than my dumb material, but that's alright. Alright. This fucking guy. We're having fun, aren't we? No, but you know how like people say like, oh, like autism, like autism is my superpower. Like autism is my superpower. Like they say like autism is my superpower. You know, like you know, like Rain Man or whatever. Like he counts things good. Like he counts things good, right? Yeah. Rain Man. Yeah. Like I think my autistic superpower is being really good at eating pussy.
I believe you now.
I believe you now. No, because I have a lot of similar skills, you know? Like there's not a lot of eye contact involved, a lot of repetitive movement, and a lot of positive reinforcement. Like, who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? I'm not Rain Man, I'm Brain Man. Let's go. And then when I don't, but the only problem is when I don't get to eat pussy, I have an autistic freak out. And I just start headbutting things like,
What the fuck?
yeah, I know, exactly. That one's new. We got an act out and everything. Anyway, we're having fun. What else do I have? Does anyone here, I've got a bit of a confession to make. I think landlords are pretty cool. No, I don't. I think we should do the same thing Mao did to them during the Cultural Revolution, which is kill them all. Yeah, exactly. Because I actually live with my landlords, and they're a couple, and they have really loud sex, and I have to tell them like, look guys, can you keep it down? And they just start like abusing me, like, shut up, loser. Just because you can't get fucking laid. Like, just because you can't get fucking laid, you piece of shit, loser, virgin. That's how you know I'm not gay. Just because you can't get fucking laid, you piece of shit, loser, virgin.
Gay loser.
Just because you can't get fucking laid. Just because you can't get fucking laid, you piece of shit, loser, virgin. And I have to go to them like, look, mum. That's not very good for my self-esteem. Now my parents are my landlords, so I've got like the ultimate like quandary. Like, if I kill my parents and get away with it, I inherit a house, which is a win. And if I kill my parents and I don't get away with it, I get to live in prison, where you guys pay my bills for me. So everything's coming up on me. That's how I win. You guys ready for someone else? Yeah, that's good. I think we're ready for someone else. We got moccasins on the floor here. He's got Jordans on. Fucking, let's dunk on the dunk man. All right, guys, please welcome to the stage a very good friend of mine. I'm struggling. A very good friend of mine, Rachel Hornbuckle.
Hello, how are you guys?
Good.
You good? You good with everything that's happening in the world at the moment?
Yeah.
Yeah. Awkward time to be circumcised. It's a great. Wait, are you filming this? I love that you guys are out on what day is it? It's Tuesday night. I love going out, love bragging about going out because all my friends have kids and they can't go anywhere. They can't do anything. And I have to go see their kids and look, they're pretty cute. Like I look at them and I think, wow, life is so beautiful and so precious. And you really can't waste it by having kids. And my friends with their children will lie to me, they'll use their kids to get out of doing things. And I know that they're lying, like I can tell. They're like, oh, I can't come, little Johnny's sick. Which is weird, because I didn't invite him. But then I'm expected to go to all of their things. Like I have to go to all their baby showers. And they're very awkward, you never know what to get them. And you can't ask them, they're still in the womb. And my friend, she was very good to me, she helped me out. She's like, just get me like, I don't know, like a baby bag. And I was like, yeah, for sure. But what is that, like half a gram or? It is. It's $175. No, I'm desperate. I want a family and I should start dating again. I've had enough therapy, it's definitely time. Do you guys do this thing where you're dating someone new and they start talking about their ex? And they're like talking about how crazy she is? And out loud you're like, yeah, she sounds crazy. But in your head you're like, I fucking love that crazy bitch. Right? Because she just set the bar for me. Like I was just going to be a little bit crazy. I was just going to go through his phone. And now I'm going to take half his super. No, I wouldn't because I can't. I date part-time photographers. Sorry, dude. I started freezing my eggs. They're in the freezer, but that wasn't really working, so I had to go see a doctor about it. And the doctor asked me like what my sexuality was. He's like, what are you? You like gay, you straight, you bi? And I was like, why does that matter right now? Like, I'm just collecting the ingredients. It reminded me when I used to make, when you used to bake, you'd get those cake mixes, and it's like, you just need 2 fresh eggs. And I was like, that's all I'm doing here. Like, what is he concerned about? Like 2 gay eggs? He's just worried about some deviled eggs or something. No, I am getting older and so is my mum. This is how time works. And recently my mum went to the doctor and found out that she has really high blood pressure, which makes me sad because like I don't want my mum to be sick, but I'd also really love to own some property. And because I'm a nurse, she'll come to me for health advice, and it's a real conflict of interest. I have to be real generalized. I'm like, why don't you just like exercise more and eat better and maybe take out smoking or something? No, I started fasting recently for health reasons, but mostly financial reasons. Just trying to get back to my baby weight. Do you guys do like cold plunge pools? Do you ever go into them? No, you know the cold plunge pools? My friend convinced me to go. She's like, you should go. It'll give you the same amount as dopamine as what cocaine will. And I was like, fuck yeah, I'm in. 2.5 to be exact. And I was like, I'll go. I'll check it out. And I've been going for like weeks and weeks and weeks. And then I realized my friend's never done cocaine. Do you guys ever just make up little stories about yourself that you know aren't true, but you'll just make them up and you'll go along with them? Like I didn't get a job that I really wanted. And I was like, oh, it's because I'm fat. And they're like, no, it's because you don't have enough experience. I'm like, in being skinny? Like, and they're like, no, you don't know how to fly a plane. And I'm like, so it is the weight limit. I had to go to my Christmas party the other day. You guys going to like work Christmas parties at the moment? Yeah. Do you guys do that thing? You guys engage in your workplace at all? You know how they're like, it's a team building thing. It's like the team is built. We shouldn't be doing this anymore. And we were at a like fine establishment, but like drinks weren't coming out and food wasn't being served. And like the manager kept coming over and I was like, it was a female manager. And I was like, babe, why don't you go talk to your bosses and then come back? And she was like, well, I am the boss. And I was like, oh, sorry, this isn't a sexism thing. Like, you're just really bad at your job. That's right, that's me. What else do I have on here? I started studying recently because I'm an idiot, and I didn't want to do my assignment, but I also can't use AI anymore. So I went on a website and I paid someone to do my assignment for me, and then I failed the exam. And I was so offended. I was like, it was a professional website, like, yeah, for cheating, but like, it was a professional website, and now I feel like I know those guys that were on Ashley Madison, how they felt. I feel like that's too old of a reference for me. I'm getting old. I do like words, I like things, I like meanings, and I just feel like some words we don't really understand, you know? Some things we don't really know the meaning of them. Like the word trauma, that used to just be a fun way to describe your childhood. And now rich white women will use it when they've had a bad haircut. And like, that's not trauma. I've seen trauma, right? I am a nurse. I've seen men naked. And I am straight, so that'll probably happen again. And the most, like, I've had to go find bodies and then find the head and like pick it up and be like, wow, this is a terrible haircut. She was great. Hear me out on this one. Sometimes I feel bad for men. Like, I feel like men never get to have a bad day. Like, they never get to be upset just to be upset. Like, women, we get that. We get periods. Like, someone says that word and I'm like, fuck the whole day off. It's not happening. Does anyone have theirs at the moment? Sorry, I thought it was going round. Like, do you guys remember when Mercury, do you remember Mercury was in retrograde? Yeah, it wasn't happening, yeah. Like, I know that's not true, you know? Like, I know that the moon isn't a downward dog. But what I do know is anything else is responsible for my feelings besides me. But men don't get that luxury. They have to wait for their favourite team to lose. And they can cry about everything that's ever happened to them. And I feel like there would have to be this one guy out there who's, when his like team wins, he's like, I just really needed this loss tonight. And he has to keep partying with his friends. Like, I was talking to one of the guys I sleep with, because I have to. You know when they do that, you're like, shut up, just put your dick on the phone. And he was complaining about his job, which fair enough, but he makes $200K a year.
Whoa.
Yeah.
A lot of money.
It's so much fucking money, Dom. Like, do you know what I would do for $200K? Do you know what I've done for not $200K? Like, I would go into work and be like, spit in my face, you know what I mean? And you're like, Rachel, that's gross salary. Plus the tip, a little bit of super. You guys have been stunning. I'm gonna get home to my cat. Thank you so much for having me.
One of the best comedians in Brisbane, Rachel Hornbuckle, everybody! Oh, give her a round of applause. I think there's too much TV. Like, there's too much TV. But there's got to be something that stops you from killing yourself. Cheeky. No, honestly, like, I think instead of suicide hotlines, we just have hotlines, people recommending really, really good TV shows. Like, oh my God, I'm gonna kill myself, Sir, before you do, have you heard of Gilmore Girls? Oh, but Gilmore Girls? What is that? The guy in paint says. Well, sir, it's a show about a mother and a daughter who learn not only to live together, but to love together.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, it's great. Oh my God, I don't feel so bad no more. You know, tell the federal government that. No more Robo-Dad, Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah.
Or Big Mouth or something. I don't know, shows? What do people watch? What do people watch these days? Teletubbies? I don't know. No, but like, I realized like if I did, because I went through a period of bit of depression like all comedians do, because we're not mentally well, hence the DSM-5 I shoplift. I stole it from the UQ library. That's true. But you know, mental health stuff's important. But I realized like if I killed myself, you know, this is a bit morbid, but if I killed myself, would my friends really care? Like, would they really care about me if I killed myself? So it made me realize, like, in order for them to really remember me, you know, I'd have to kill myself in front of them. That way, they'd remember me every time they drove to therapy. Like I'll always remember Dom, you know, and I'll always have a little bit of him with me, especially because some of his blood went into my mouth. That time he dove headfirst into the wood chipper. No, anyway. I had a bit of a rough time recently. Like my grandma died, but she died on a very specific date. She died on 9/11, no, this is true though. This is true. She did die on that September 11th. She died on that specific day. Made me realize though, that my grandma dying on 9/11 isn't my 9/11. My 9/11 is 9/11. And my grandma dying on 9/11 isn't even my Vietnam. My Vietnam was in grade 9 camp when I put barbecue and tomato sauce on the ice cream, thinking it was Cotty's ice magic. And if you guys don't think that's bad, then you weren't there, man. You weren't there. Not for everybody. All right, guys. This next comedian's very funny. A lot of people are jealous of him. I'm not. I'm just a guy who recently got a Netflix special because he got to fuck my ex-girlfriend. But anyway, please welcome to the stage, what's this guy's name? Ben Hunter.
Thank you. Brisbane, hey? Bris Vegas.
Yeah.
City of Lights.
Is it?
Nothing like it. Oh, yeah, it is. It is. It's a city of lights. Yes, it is.
Really?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Bris Vegas, hey? City of Lights. It's good to be here. Like I live here, but it's still good to be here. You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't want to be anywhere else. I got work tomorrow. I do I do a bit of travelling, and sure, Melbourne Vegas is nice. Yeah, sure, Melbourne Vegas. Yeah, great. We all love Melbourne Vegas, but Bris Vegas has got to go on. You know, Bris Vegas, that's the stuff. You know, it's no New York City, but it is good. But it is good. I was in Perth, Vegas recently doing some comedy, and in Perth, Vegas, the MC every night when he'd bring the headliner on, and he'd go, "Your headliner this evening is the king of Perth comedy." Right, and then the king of comedy would, and no disrespect to the king, obviously. Yeah, but I just don't like get it. Like trying to hype someone up by calling them the king of comedy, like trying to, just doesn't make, you know. It's like canonically the king is not even the funniest person in the kingdom. Like the king's got a jester. Even the king knows it. You know, the king employs a comedian. The king and the queen, they're not riffing between each other. You know, they don't have a podcast. You know, they look further afield for the gags. You know, they're like, see that silly cunt over there. Can he juggle? You know, does he have long shoes? Does he have a hat with bells? You know, let's see what he's got. And even if the king or the queen was the funniest person in the kingdom, it's like, it's a monarchy, you know, it's nepotism, you know. It's not what the people think. You want to be the elected official of comedy, you know. You want to win the popular vote. You know? You want to be the president of comedy. You want to be the prime minister of comedy. In the Brisbane scene, I'm kind of known as the opposition leader of comedy. Because some people are into me, but more people aren't. But I'm still around, you know. I'm still involved. You know, it's good. You know, I'm kind of the Peter Dutton of comedy. I've got some ideas to get out there. Well, let's get into the meat and potatoes of this thing. Hey, what's happened to society? Are we serious? COVID-19, the virus? You know, Mr. Beast? You know Mr. Beast? Yes, no, that's not even his real name. It's fucked up. There's all this crazy stuff going on. You know, they took all the BPA out of the water bottles. You know what I mean? They took it out. You can't for the life of you find a water bottle with BPA in it. It's all gone. You try, but you can't. And I don't know what BPA is either. But put it back in there. You know what I mean? I don't know. There was something nice about it. I'm too young. I know there's a lot of I know there is a lot of 9/11 chat going on, but I'm too young. I don't remember 9/11. I'm too young not to flex. But people talk about it all the time. They're like, oh, that you can tell that's very pre 9/11. That movie. It's pre 9/11. That thing. You know. That's, oh no, this is very. You can see. You know. They talk about the difference. You know, it's a big thing. You know, I get it. Sure, sounds crazy. But taking the BPA out of the water bottles is kind of my 9/11, you know. Like I kind of class everything that I've ever experienced as kind of pre or post BPA removal. You know what I mean? Like Tiger Woods cheating scandal, yeah, just pre, just before. Yeah, it's just on the cusp actually, just on the precipice. You know what I mean? Everywhere you go to society, you know, everywhere you got to pay something. It's like $5. Nothing's free anymore. You know, it's $5 to do this, $10 to park your car, $10 over here. You know, $15 for that. You know, you want to cross a bridge, it's like $6.70. Just to go over a bridge. Only a little bit just to cross a bridge. What happened to the good old days? You wanted to cross a bridge, you could just answer some riddles 3. I mean, are we serious? When do we stop doing that, hey? Oh, sorry, mate, I don't have any change on me. Yeah, let me have a crack at the brain teasers. You know what I mean? Put all the trolls out of work. They've got nothing to do. The machines, they're taking over. Oh, would you have a crack at the brain teasers if it was an option?
Love to.
You'd love to, like, you'd hold up some traffic. But you'd have a go, you know what I mean? Like, you'd have a crack. And it's important to have the option. You know, and further than that, we've stopped calling it Riddles 3. We wouldn't say that anymore because of woke. You know, we wouldn't call it Riddles 3, you know, we'd say 3 riddles. We've stopped putting the number after. When did we stop putting the number after the plural? Is that, there's something quite visceral and nice, I don't know, there's very pre-BPA removal, sure, but there's something quite good about that, you know, I'm bringing it back. Put the number after the thing. And here are my kinks 7. You know, here are my restraining orders 12. You know, here are my meters I need to stay away from East Brisbane State School 150. You know, it's a pretty easy and uncomplicated way to bring a bit of fun to it. It's otherwise a pretty bleak conversation. You know what I mean? Do you reckon anyone's ever watched comedy from further beneath the comedian than you guys? It's hard to believe if that happened. What else? I can't think of it. Anyway. What's the go with mini golf? You know mini golf? You know, mini golf was invented before normal golf.
What?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. They invented mini golf, and then they thought, you know what? Let's go bigger. But let's take out the windmills. That is a logistical nightmare. We can't be just building like 18 windmills for one golf course. And I think they made a good call. But mini golf is just like normal golf, but everything's minier. It's all smaller, you know.
Miniature.
Yeah, minier. The clubs are smaller, the lengths are smaller, everything's smaller. You know, you go home from playing mini golf and you just hit your wife a little bit. You know, it's they shrink everything down. You know, you only do a little bit of embezzlement. You know, you just whisper a slur. Yeah, we're having fun. You alright if I read you a new poem?
Sure.
I read a new poem. It's called Pokemon. I never played Pokemon as a kid. Busy. Doing other stuff. So, and thank you for that. I've been no, thank you so much. I like I've been working on some new conversation starters. I find myself to be an awkward guy. I've got some. Can I try someone new? Yeah, great. All right. How about this one's good. Do you? Whoa. Okay. This is nuts. Do you think you've ever recycled something and then used that piece of recycling later on, but as a different form of itself?
I hope so.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Have you ever recycled a milk bottle and then sat on a plastic chair with a bit of that milk bottle?
Ooh. That's interesting.
Yeah. Do you reckon? What are the odds here?
I really hope so.
Yeah, me too. I think it's unlikely though.
Yeah.
I think it's unlikely. Because in Australia, we ship a lot of our recycling away overseas. But then it's like maybe a celebrities, maybe a Jonas brother, that sat on my milk bottle.
Do milk bottles migrate?
Milk bottles, do they migrate?
Do they come back?
I don't know if they come back. That's a good.
Yeah.
Can I add that to?
No, please. You're right.
Cheers.
Yeah.
All right, and then what about this? What's the most? If I gave you an air tag.
Yeah.
Apple makes the air tags. You know, you can track your wallet, put it in your wallet. If I gave you an air tag in 24 hours, what's the most interesting but legal thing you would want to track?
Spot.
I'd probably put it on
There's a lot of drug dealers in West End.
A lot of drug dealers. See what they get up to.
I want to see where does the money go?
Yeah.
Where does the
I'll
money
put it
go?
on. Put it on some money.
Yeah.
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 It's not a bad idea.
Bowen Hills?
Yeah, Bowen Hills. Maybe.
No.
Yeah, Hunters. You guys can leave if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's great. I think I'd want to. Well, initially I wanted to put it on a milk bottle. Yeah, no, fair enough. Too long. No, not enough payoff. No, that's on me. Not you. No. It's not a good callback. We all hate it. I'll leave you with this.
I like it.
I will leave you with this. The rumours are true. I went to Movie World. I get ahead of that one early. I went to Movie World the other weekend. It is awesome. It is really sick. They got the Joker coaster. That's my favourite one. Favorite roller coaster, and this is my coaster brother. Yeah, that's my boy. He knows about it. You know, the Joker coaster, the big purple one. 1.4 kilometres of twists, turns and fun. 115 kilometres an hour. The longest and fastest hypercoaster in the southern hemisphere. It's awesome. It's very traditional. It's sort of got the build. It's got a good build up, you know. Traditional. You lean back for ages. You go really high. And then after it, you know, and eventually, big bit of theatre, you know. Then you're off. Then we're rollering and coastering, you know. Then we're off. This guy knows.
Fuck yeah.
And it's nice, you know. It's good. It's got theatre. It's got tension and release. It's nice. But then you go to the Superman roller coaster. Whole different story. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, you sit down, you strap in, and bang! Fuck! Whoa! Yes! All right! We're off! Fuck! There's none of anything the Joker was doing. There's no teasing. There's no foreplay. You know, there's no. Superman's just fucking you. You know, there's none of that. There's no lube. There's no candle. There's hardly even consent. There's just Superman's just going crazy. You know, but then you go to the Joker, and you know he's meant to be the bad guy, but he's a bad guy. He's taking me out to dinner. You know, he's putting a record on. He's kissing my nipples how I like. You know, and then after an appropriate amount of time, once I'm ready to go, then he's, you know, and there's no easy way of putting this, but he's going batshit on my pussy until I'm begging and screaming for more. But what about the giant drop? It's too. Are there any giant drop fans in? Are you a giant drop fan? No, it's exactly. If there are any giant drop fans, seriously, get real. Go home. You know, do something else. You know, get on a roller coaster. That'll tell you a story. The giant drop. Oh, what do you like? Oh, gravity. Oh, you know. I love. Terminal velocity. Oh, awesome. You know, get real. Seriously. If you like the giant drops, you know, jump off the balcony. Yeah, because it's the same experience for a fraction of the cost of it, and you're doing the rest of us a favour. You know, and I should leave you there. I got a show on Friday night. I love you. You guys seem really nice. If you want to come, it's called Poppy Grumps and Benny Boy. It's with Jack Knight. We both play characters, and I'm an 8-year-old boy, and I've been sent away to live with my grandfather, and he punishes me. So that's on Friday. That's on Friday at 9 o'clock. It's on my Instagram. Whatever you can find. I'm Ben Hunter. I'll see you later. Cheers.
Yo, Ben Hunter, everybody! Whoa! Round of applause! Hopefully it gets louder. That's on Friday. Go see that. I'm going to see Morrissey. If you want to come and say hello to me, watch a problematic fave. Watch Morrissey. I've actually been in possession of Ben's notebook like ever since the last gig he did here. So that's why I've been funny. I've just been doing his material. The only joke I haven't done of his is a joke with about Messi and Neymar, which I thought was a bit too ethnic for this crowd, you know. More Darren Lockyer and Alfie Langer. I think that might work, Ben. But you know, you're the pro. I wouldn't know. We've got a special surprise. This guy's a very good friend of mine. He's just dropped in. Are you a Raw State finalist, Timmy? Yeah, he's a Queensland Raw State finalist. That's his biggest credit. But more importantly, he's one of my close personal friends. Please welcome to the stage, Tim O'Hare, everybody!
Yeah, I just got introduced with a credit from more than 10 years ago. I feel like that guy who rocks up to that job interview with, oh yeah, I was a house captain in primary school. So my name's Tim O'Hare, but some of my friends, they call me the Rabbit. They've been using it a bit lately at work, and you know, I had my supervisor, she goes, oh, why do they call you the Rabbit? Is it, oh, I get it. oh, hair? Like hair? Like rabbit? I go, no, Janine, it's because I fuck a lot. Yeah, some people say too crude for primary school teaching. We're a very status-obsessed society. I have, like, a lot of people are surprised, for instance, that I have my own place to live. And people always, like, try to walk it back by asking a question. Like, they're like, oh, you've got your own place? Oh, that's really good. Is it like a house or an apartment? I'm like, yeah, I think the word you're looking for is crack den. What else? Sorry, this is very unprofessional. Extension of that is like, I try not to tell people that I do comedy, but like a few of my friends find out and they're like, oh, so what kind of level are you at? Like, it's quite a personal question. What level are you at? Are you at the open mic level, or are you a bit above that? And I'm like, oh, I'm at the very amateur level. Like, I'm so amateur, like half the time I'm not even performing at legitimate comedy gigs. Like, I didn't see the start of this. Like, I'm half expecting Dom to, like, come back on stage and be like, oh yeah, good set, Tim. You know we're an AA meeting, right? Dom was also talking about weight loss a bit. And I've lost a bit of weight. And people ask, you know, what's your secret? And well, here it is. My secret, like, I go out and I talk to people, I have a good time, and then I get home and I think about that social interaction, every detail of that social interaction, and then I think about it again, and then I think about every social interaction I've ever had in my life, and I'm pacing around the streets at 4:30 in the morning, and that keeps me slim. I'm a big fan of advertising. I've got this favourite ad. I want to describe it for you, right? So there's this family, they're gathered around for like a Sunday dinner, and there's this mum, she's carrying like some baked potatoes, and she trips, and and it falls down, and then the husband, he's like, oh, a few too many sherries, love? And she's like, well, maybe if you were around more, I wouldn't need to drink. And then he's like, hey, hang on. I'm not around because I'm putting food on the bloody table. And then the grandma's like, oh, guys, can we just chill out? Let's not stress too much. Let's just all be friends. And then the mum's like, oh, blow it out your ass, Gran. And then the granddad's like, no, you don't speak to that woman that way. Don't you know any manners? And then the uncle's like, you wonder why I don't come to these things. I've had 8 stints in fucking rehab. And then the daughter's like, did someone say KFC? I don't care. I love it. All right, thank you. That's my time.
Tim O'Hare, everybody. Give him a round of applause. Coming back to comedy after a little bit of a break, so that's good. I was actually lying before about my weight loss. The reason I really lost my weight is I developed an eating disorder. I was eating too much of that pussy. Oh no, I'm joking. Sorry. Like, that's called a callback. I don't know if you heard of one of those. No, but I have been dating a lot. I've been dating a bit. I was dating a primary school teacher who specialised in special needs students, and we broke up because she didn't want to take her work home with her. No, I was joking. I actually broke up with her because we're having a conversation about a time I bought what I thought was coke, and it was actually meth. And she said to me, you couldn't tell the difference? And I was like, oh, is that why you get so much holidays, huh? No, okay. That one's new. But I did go on a date recently. With someone. She was an ex-officer in the IDF. Yeah, I know. Interesting. And she was actually a veteran of the 2014 Gaza war, which is interesting. But what she didn't know about me was I had also served in the 2019 Brisbane open mic conflict. So we were very similar in our ways. Like, I lost friends, she lost friends, I burned bridges, she burned buildings. The only difference is I only bombed in front of civilians. I didn't bomb them. Inshallah. Oh yeah, well, wallahi. Now, this next comedian, we've never done a gig together before, but I still hold a lot of grudges to him because we went to school together actually, and he beat me we did a subject together in school, and he beat me for ducks, and I'm still bitter about that because he did his assignment on Alexander, and I did my assignment on the Punic Wars. But anyway, that's ancient history. And Mrs. Raymond's finest. All right, she'd be proud of us here. Please welcome to the stage Angus Gordon, everybody.
Hello, it's great to be here. This will be over soon. You're a wonderful audience, very beautiful crowd. I've got a dog. I love my dog. I just don't think my dog loves me. Like, I get no respect from my dog. Like, get this right, like my dog, he started putting peanut butter on his boards. Like, I'm not gonna fall for that again. Smooth, yuck. I'm a crunchy fan. Sorry, that was a gross one. That was very gross. Very yucky. I'm sorry about that. That was a yucky one. I find sex pretty gross in general, you know, but it could be worse. Like, it could be grosser. Like, instead of having millions of little sperms, you just have one big one. Wriggles out like an eel. Instead of a condom, you got a net and a harpoon. You've got to go fishing. Call me Ishmael, because there's a white whale on the loose. Alright, yuck. I'm sorry about that. That's the end of the yucky section. I've been having a tough time with my girlfriend at the moment. I came home the other day and she was in bed going down on another woman. Then she just looked up at me and went, "Girl, dinner." I didn't get the reference. But then I looked it up the next day and that is a good joke. You know? That's funny. It doesn't excuse the hurt she caused, but that's funny. Real recognizes real. No, good on her. I think it's good you can be gay now. Obviously I'm not having my girlfriend yet, but in theory it's a good thing, you know. But I think it was bad, obviously, but also funny in the past. If you were gay, they sent you to prison, as if that would stop it, you know. Like one of the gayest places you can go. It'd be like if you've been playing too much tennis, and they wanted you to stop playing tennis, but then they sent you to the tennis courts, and there's heaps of like rackets and balls everywhere, and you're like, are these other guys in here for playing tennis as well? And they're like, no, murder. But they will play tennis with you if there are no other sports available. Bit of a fun one. I've been trying to read more, you know. I've been trying to read a bit more. I was reading about this ancient Greek king called Oedipus. You guys know about him? If you don't, he was this ancient king, and he accidentally had sex with his own mum, and he was so disgusted by this he plucked out his eyes. But I feel like if you have accidentally had sex with your own mum, you shouldn't pluck out your eyes. I feel like that's going to make accidentally having sex with your mum again like much more likely. Like you were struggling when you had two eyes. You can't afford to lose an eye. Now you're just wandering around with your dick in the dark, playing the world's creepiest game of Marco Polo. Oh man, I've been having some trouble with this Greek pedophile at the moment. He's been filming my house with his drone. I call him Icarus because he's flying too close to my son. That's the end of the ancient Greek section. Thank you. Bit of fun. I was walking along the South Bank the other night. Do you guys know the bit in South Bank where it's outside like Cussack and it's like really nice?
Yeah.
It's like all that nice grass on the river. Yeah, if you don't, just imagine it. It's beautiful. I was walking home and I think the theatre had just come out and there was like these women in their beautiful gowns and they were like sitting right on the river just enjoying the evening. But then like a big rat came out of the water and they didn't see the big rat. And I felt like I should probably say something to them. But then I didn't want to because I grew up being a big fan of Australia's Funniest Home Videos. And I felt like I was about to watch a real life episode. Like I'm already doing little funny voices for the rat. Like, oh ladies, you got some cheese? Oh man, so good. Like, I'm like, these ladies, they're gonna get scared. They're gonna fall into the river. It's gonna be the funniest thing. And the rat got closer and closer. And it was like about 30 centimeters from this lady's hand. And then she saw it and she just looked over and went, fuck off! And the rat got scared. And it jumped back into the river. And I'm glad I didn't say anything because that was fucking funny. You know, it's good to be here. What else do I want to talk about? Oh, you know, I've been watching a lot of propaganda lately. Do you ever watch propaganda?
It's everywhere.
Yeah, you see through it, brother. Just a gag, good on you. No, I love propaganda. I'm always watching it, you know. I don't have like a favourite ideology or anything. Just whatever messes up my brain, like so good, you know. Like I was watching this really good anti-Chinese Communist Party propaganda. And in the video, it was like these elderly Uyghur women and they're doing shots of alcohol. And the guy who published the video, he's like, these women are forced to drink alcohol by the Chinese Communist Party to prove their loyalty to the state. And I don't know if that's true or not, you know, like how would I know? But either way, like pretty good. Like I hope if the Chinese Communist Party takes over here, they make me do that. I'm like, sorry babe, had to have 12 beers last night. Xi Jinping's orders. He made me buy a bag as well. Got me on the Xi Jinpingers. I don't know what that means. Good on him. What a bloke, you know? What a fella. Good on him. COVID was a great time for propaganda lovers like me. Do you reckon it was real in the end? What do you reckon? What? What'd you say?
Fuck no.
Sorry?
Fuck no.
Fuck no, you don't reckon it was real? No, it was fake? It's no good.
Fake.
But it's a bit over-exaggerated.
It's a bit overdone.
Yeah, I'm on the fence, you know. Because I respect doctors and medical science, of course. But as a comedian, I also respect Joe Rogan. My sensei. Do you know what I mean? Because like, it takes like 7 or 8 years to get a medical degree. And it's like a similar amount of time to get a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. So if Joe Rogan wanted to, he could just strangle me to death with his bare hands. But if a doctor wanted to kill me, they'd probably have to inject me with an experimental vaccine. No, good on him, just a gag, good on him. Just a joke, good on him, bit of fun, you know, we're all having a laugh. I got vaccinated, of course, you know, why not, you know, day out. But remember when you did it, you guys did it, hey?
Yeah, thank you.
You did it, oh man, it's so good. My brain has never been better. Anyway, when you did it, right, they made you wait for like 15 minutes, just make sure nothing would happen to you. But the guy who was like 2 minutes in front of me in the line, he collapsed. And I was very interested in that. Like, it's not often you get to see so immediately into your own future. Like, we're the same batch. But then the security guard came up to me and he was like, back off, give him air. But I already had backed off, like 1.5 meters. I think, remember, the time was very dangerous to share air. So they made me move all the way to the front of the line, like, so I couldn't see what was going on. But then I just looked over my shoulder like that. Like, I have that capacity. For now. I'm being gang stalked by this dog. Anyway, then they wheeled in all these cubicle walls, they blocked it in so like no one could see what was going on, which really made me doubt the whole like he needs air statement. Also, I don't think the vaccine did anything to him. I think he just fainted because he was scared of needles. Like a pussy! They're the fun, but I hope he did die. Anyway, no. Good. Alright, I feel like this is kind of as good as it's going to be.
Yes.
I think we've all had fun. I think it's been a sick night. I can either leave or I'll just leave. Or I could go on indefinitely. I can really just keep talking forever.
Do it.
But I think you guys have had enough, hey? Enjoy the vaccine-free lifestyle, it's a good one. Enjoy the little dog, that's cool. You guys are a beautiful couple in love. It's so rare you see people holding hands in Brisbane, I love it. It's so hot, and normally people just fuck. Yeah, have a great night everyone, thank you.
Well done, mate.
Angus Gordon, everyone, give him a round of applause. This is actually true. My ex-girlfriend was half Uyghur. The other half just hated Eminem. Anyway, she was half Uyghur. Well, that's it, guys. That's comedy for this evening. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. No, but this is like one of the last things that, on a serious note, this is like one of the last things that is gonna go on at Lonely's. And you know, like in this age, it's important for physical spaces to exist. Because without them, you know, we're just finding our way online, disconnected with people. And I want to say I appreciate Aaron and Blue and everyone for giving me the opportunity to run this. I hadn't run a show in ages, and they put their faith in me, and I really appreciate it. So give them a round of applause. Yeah, they're good guys. Oh, I'm getting emotional. But yeah, it's important to have community, and so yeah, give them the kudos they deserve. It's a legendary venue. We're gonna have something on Saturday, right? If you want to come and hang out, buddy. He's out there. But yeah, we're having something on Saturday. You know about it. Yeah. That's it. Bye. Thank you. Thank you for coming. Thank you for staying. We appreciate it. Thank you, guys. We appreciate it. Thank you. Hopefully I wasn't that bad. Bye.